Saturday, the 18th of October from 11 a.m. at the Glamis Arena for the biggest celebration of the year. We are turning up the heat with a lineup of must-see performances. We have performances by the King of Dancehall himself, Winky D, joined by star-studded performers, Master H, Enzo Isal. We also have a Chill Spot, Natio, Hamara Brown, Tammy Moyo, Confused, Silent Flow, Saint Flow, and Nisha Tees, as well as XQ and Killer T. So do not miss out. See you there. Stand by.
My favorite station.
The only thing I listen to.
They always have good music. Makes me feel good. Feel good, don't it?
This is what real radio sounds like. Star FM, sounding good all the time. This is Drive Time Star. This week.
Oh man, I'm super excited because we're not connecting with him over the phone.
No,
He's actually in the studio. Juju. Oh man. Julian King.
Thank you.
Where do we start? Welcome home.
Thank you very much, KVG.
Fam, how does it feel?
Oh my goodness, where do I begin? I left the country with one backpack and my brother, and I came back to the country waiting for me at the airport. That's how crazy it's been.
Wow. And I remember checking you out on social media.
Mm-hmm.
It was such an emotional video to watch. When I saw you on Friday, I asked you, there's a lady that I saw in the video. Is that mom?
Mm-hmm.
Teary-eyed,
Yeah.
hugging you. She's so happy to see you.
Yeah.
Makapisira kuona na rini na mama.
2019.
Usadaro.
2019.
I could tell. It was such an emotional welcome.
And when I got there, I said to my brother, I bet Mama has been praying. She's probably fasting right now. Yeah, she has been.
Yeah.
That's how deep Mama is.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And you know what they say about Minamatriana Mama?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
When Mama prays, things will just
yeah.
happen.
Things happen.
So
for
keep
sure.
her happy.
Absolutely. My way.
And well, our understanding is Julian King is coming back home for a massive performance at the Kaduma Music Festival.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. When you got that call, the promoter is saying, "Hey, we want you on the lineup."
Right.
How did it feel?
It felt amazing because I needed somebody to do that. Because it was unfortunate when we had our biggest performing song. We've had hits before, right?
You have hits.
Amen, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But when One by One did so well, I couldn't travel yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's still playing, of course, but it's not as much as before,
Yes.
right? So someone needed to believe in me or to love that song enough to still make that move now.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad Odyssey Entertainment did that.
They did that.
And they for sure did not regret it because we came out and showed out.
Let's talk about the choreography because I'm trying to think. How many days did you put that together? Because it was well put together. And I'm thinking, I think Julian started talking to these guys way before.
Oh, yes.
He jumped onto the plane,
yes.
and because it was just well put together. I was like, Majrita Ngubai.
I take pride in excellence. You know, my tagline with Dara used to be in pursuit of excellence, and it was this notion, Yeguti, perfection is impossible, but we can still keep chasing it. You know what I mean? So for months after we knew the show was happening, we started preparing then on.
Wow.
Band started rehearsing, dancers started meeting. Dichitumira videos of progress, correcting what needed to be corrected, and it just came out amazing.
No, it was amazing, and I must say. This was my first time like watching you on stage, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Julian King is here.
Hey man, thank you.
Oh,
thank you,
that
thank
was
you.
beautiful. And just also talking about that performance and it tying into the work that you've been putting in. And sometimes for us it will feel like it's behind the scenes, but it's not behind the scenes because you're doing it in real time.
Yeah.
But now Julian, we don't see you at
Exactly.
say. But let's talk about the people that you've also managed to work with?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's I want to thank God for just an awesome team.
Yeah.
You know, a good team is always important because so
true.
I always had people that helped coordinate stuff, you know, and also when we drop music, right? Music has to move. People have to know it's out there.
And
so
then,
it's a whole network of people, and all I have really is radio and social media. That's it. And in street mandogo nakuzopa poster kana kuzodi, you know,
and that's the question, right? To then say do you know, do we have people in Zimbabwe right now that are trying to push for their music but you always read it remotely?
Let me tell you, ndakazotsiurwa ene munhu akanditsiura ndi Freeman, and I always keep telling that story.
Yeah.
Because so he's always been an industry big brother.
Yes.
Saka I get in my head sometimes, right? And because I was solely using social media to measure the progress of the music, right? Saka ndinema times I didn't chiti man, saka zviri kufamba here. Saka say, right? And then so he saw my post somewhere and then I brought it up and then he was like, "Iwe, social media is not the complete picture."
That's so true.
Indeed. Tikatofamba mutaoni izvezvi pane munhu aritokuridza izvezvi pane shop ikutorira song yako. So that was a wake up call kwandiri kuti let me not stop, let me keep doing everything that needs to be done. Tick every box and let God do what He's supposed to do.
I love that, and you're so open to collaborations. You're so quick to jump onto partnering with other artists. I remember there was a time when artists came. I think there was a thing happening in America.
Yes.
I think that's when you connected with Freeman as well.
It is.
Tammy.
Yes.
And I'm just like, you are so switched on.
Yeah, and I think artists also respect an artist that is working. You know, sometimes it's not even about the resources.
That's true.
You know, sometimes they want to see are you as passionate about this as they are? You know, do you respect quality? Do you respect excellence? So when that happens, it's easier to work with people. And that was actually a very beautiful moment because
it was.
I got to drive them around, show them around and all that.
And just connect
cool.
with them outside the whole celebrity status.
Exactly. Just boys hanging out, just the crew hanging out.
I like that. that. And you have been creating hits. I know you touched on this. You mentioned Rwendo. Now you have been creating music, my hit songs, regardless of the genre. Gospel, circular. And I want to find out from you, Guti, what's the secret? Like, what inspires your creativity when you're writing music? Because azoita my hits is circular. But when you were producing gospel music, my hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a beautiful compliment. Thank you so much for that.
And it's true, right?
Yeah. And I think for me, in all humility, I just try to remain true to myself. Because imagine how much of a struggle it was to explain to my purely gospel audience, I have more to offer as an artist, And then we had to go through, a whole phase of getting to know each other, me and my fans to say, oh no, I believe in singing about life. So every aspect as it pertains to life, love, faith, I got you, I'm going to do it, right? And then after that, in terms of the creation and the inspiration and the messages and all that, I just believe in being quick when I get the idea. My team was laughing at me because I said earlier, I feel like idea, I need to act quick because that's actually a quote from I think it's Prince, who said whenever he gets an idea he records it quickly because otherwise Michael Jackson is going to get the same idea. So that's kind of the thing I go by. Next thing recorder, and just being consistent and reminding myself that I do this because I love it, and then making music that people can use in day-to-day life. If they feel like they need to pray, they can play Zandai Tirwa. If they're going through a breakup and they want to laugh about it, they can play Andide or Mchazire. You know what I mean? If they a song for every mood.
I don't understand the whole idea of having to label artists and say gospel artist, artist, circular and whatnot and everything, because like you're saying, there are so many elements to us as human beings. So many things that feed to
Yes.
a person being a wholesome person.
Yes.
Like you're saying, kune issues to do with faith. Nyangwa uri munhu anoimba gospel.
Hey.
Love
iriko.
nayo.
I'd break it.
I'd break
I
it.
respect it. Do end up
Yes.
church coupe.
Yes.
Rova zvakadaro wakatotsanya
Hey.
untorambwa.
And uri mugospel futi love ucha experience igo kuchonakira.
Plus uchachata futi and uchaenda kuhoneymoon.
These are all
Amuridze worship kuhoneymoon.
That is so true. So I really love that when you say that you want to give people an experience of your life,
Yeah.
and all these elements they fit into that. One thing that I appreciate about you is that you're very exposed. Like mune exposure mdana, you've
Thank
been to many big stages, in America. Now coming back home and performing pa stage, ndakanakirwa kane stage ndandiri MC bandakanda stage just I'm not asking you to make a comparison, but just to maybe in a way appreciating some of the efforts that are being made,
Yes.
by our promoters to
Yes.
make sure that when an artist hits the stage, they're comfortable in terms of sound. They're not afraid to jump.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything just well put together. The lighting, the spotlight is on you, and all that. So just coming from the Kaduma Music Festival, I just want to know,
Yes.
how was your experience being on that stage?
I want to say I was so much impressed, right? That level of organization, that level of intentionality to everything, to say, all right, uyu parikupinda pachaputika apa, pachabuda moto apa, pachadai so pachadai. That level of intentionality and attention to detail, the promoters did so well. And I didn't necessarily have an expectation, Yaguti, I'm just gonna see, but I really have to admit I was really impressed, and even the barricading and the crowd control, that everything was handled so well. And of course, an event that big, it comes with big crowds, and everything worked out well. So they really did an awesome job.
Yeah. Messages are coming in on our WhatsApp platform. Says KVG saka arikutonyatsotsaura fluent shona kudaro. Kunemusinakuswitcha
vanhu nditi zvako KVG ndinotenda nemukana wawandipa.
Nah, no, you're not that
I'm not
guy.
that guy.
You're not that guy.
Totitaura netsumo nemadimukira nechichi.
And it's not uti shona yako yakasimba in your music as
Thank
well.
you, thank you.
And let's also touch on the power of technology, online platforms in terms of pushing your music,
yes.
and how that has also helped you to just maintain relevance. Mdara social media.
You saying that
do
sentence,
you know?
I feel seen right now.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work.
Social media, man. Social media.
Because people
It's
don't
a lot
know
of work.
how much work
Yes.
that is.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's even uncomfortable
It
because
is.
it's work, right? We
Yeah.
don't go to work because we want to. We have to,
Yeah.
right? And relevance is a big factor to this, right?
Someone-
People don't get how important that
It is.
because relevance, what it means is, you can think of a name right now. If that artist is relevant right now, it doesn't matter what they sing. We are going to play it.
That's true.
Because they are relevant. That's
true.
how important
Yeah.
that one element is.
Yeah.
So I can't say there was a time that a light bulb went off in my head and I realized I had to do it, but from the onset, it was my only point of connection with the Zimbabwean market. So I had to take it seriously,
Yeah.
right? And then I also just had to enjoy it. And I think enjoying it is what makes work easy.
That's true.
Right? You love what you do,
Yeah.
therefore it's easier
It's
to do,
easier,
right?
yeah.
So that helps me in terms of content or
Yeah.
whatever. Sometimes I don't even think. I remember someone saying, do you know there are people who there's some people in the world who don't know I sing at all. All they know
Other
is
content, yeah, going
say
back TikTok.
that. I was
Exactly.
going to say that.
Yeah.
and one time, and you know what? I've had videos go so viral that it's crazy. I remember one time there's like a big French artist, right? And I was seeing like some drama on the internet, and I was seeing the person they're with, and I'm like, oh, this person is really, really interesting. I click on it and do follow back. I don't follow up, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
The other time it was this other South African lady superstar surgery. What's her name?
Kanye
Mbao.
Yeah.
She we used to talk in my DM because of some videos that went viral.
Yeah.
Nothing music related. So
Wow.
so it's important, and to me, it's all an expression of who I am as a person. When tunoti kana mwarazo titarisaka pasazoita kunge pane mamwe matalents atakapiwa atisina kushandisa.
Come on.
You know, so I believe in just being a vessel of art.
I love it.
You know,
exhaust yourself.
Put yourself
All
all out there. Yeah. So if I can talk, I'm gonna do it. If I can make a joke, I'm gonna. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Why hold on to
exactly
to
who you're trying to impress?
Hey.
Life is gonna end one day. You know, no one's opinion really should determine how you live your life at the end of the day.
Fam, you are preaching right now. Come on.
You
That's true.
know what I mean?
That is powerful. I love that. Julian King with us in the studio. Messages are coming in, and this one says, KVG, I love that you just mentioned Rwendo. That was one of my first songs from Julian King, and I love it. Oh, Rwendo was just something else.
Yeah. It was.
So with this time, I'm not so sure when you're going back to America, but in between, the time or the few weeks that you have, left in Zim, are you connected with other artists, producers, or maybe you're just like tools down, I need to connect with family, or you're trying to balance both?
Right. It's the latter. I'm definitely trying to balance both, right? But also make the most out of it, because at the end of the day, it was more of a business trip than anything, right? So I owed my availability to the people that brought me here first, right? And then now, I'm definitely talking to artists, and I actually met Saint Flo today earlier,
Love Saint.
Yeah, dope guy, and I also met a couple of other people, and I'm definitely connecting with other artists and hitting the studios and chi. I'm a lot of people's younger brother, you know what I mean? So even Tamuka hit me up the other time, and he's like, "Yeah, man, studio," and I'm like, "Bo, I'm ready."
Have you cooked something na Tamuka? I think that would be massive.
No, I know.
Tamuka is a beast.
Exactly. So people don't actually know this, but Wayne made the Rwendo beat, and then Tamuka mixed it. Right?
Oh yes, so there's the production and mixing and mastering of things and whatever.
Exactly. So
so Pakamweta got Tamuka hand.
There was a Tamuka because he enhanced it, and added some elements and chichi. So
no, that guy is a
dope.
beast, man. Super talented. Would love for you to work with Tamuka.
Absolutely. Yep.
Julian King with us in the studio. So I think one final question. I know in the last quarter, artists are now sitting down and saying, all right, fine, go Rakupera song of the year. Julian, you have given us a song of the year before, right? And I'm not putting pressure on you. Kana Wangwati, I've closed shop for 2025. It's okay. But so Chakwana and music this final quarter, and I don't know if you are on the list of artists. That song, this is the time.
I know. Hey, it's a tough time. So the other thing that I'm always in trouble with team yangu is because my song did not get there. Even one by one yacho payaka zobuda ndandochengeta kwemwedzi hobo ndichtoridzira vanhu hangu mota ndichodi so aiwe release all right, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
What's the trick behind that? I like that though. Do you let it simmer? And
when the trick is also, art is art. So at whatever stage you put it out, someone is going to appreciate it.
True.
Because one takawanda, right?
Yeah.
Someone is going to appreciate it. But as a challenge to myself, I always want to up, the standard and try to do better. You know what I mean? So some of it is that, and then also there's an element of human nature. Man, is this gonna do well? You know what I mean? And sometimes they go to about songs and you're like, oh man, that is so good. So there's that too. But I always have something up my sleeve. And
love that. Yeah, love that. Any artists, younger artists, upcoming artists that you're eyeing right now, or maybe that you've just appreciated the work that they're putting out?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of new artists. Shout out to Atenda Chinks, I think.
Atenda keeps popping.
Yes,
Whenever we ask,
yeah.
Atenda is on top of the list.
And then there are some artists who are not necessarily new, but they've just been consistently good, but a little bit on the low. You know, there's a Melissa who did a song with Delroy.
Melissa is good.
Yes, I love her voice.
Yeah.
Who else? You know, and then there's your average, not average, but I mean Zim Danso is big, right?
Yes.
So they always have a massive list of newcomers every time. So yeah, shout out to them too. But yeah, it's a long list. Zim music is actually, man, on the rise.
I think so too. I think so too. And this year, I mean, I must give it to you guys because there's a lot of music that is going around.
Yep.
And, you know, it's almost like each and every day. Sometimes when I sit with our music manager, he's like, oh, there's a new song. And I'm like, again?
Oh, yeah, that's another feel.
You see,
Right.
That's another feel.
because it affects the rotation of the music. It has to.
KVG song last month. You know what I mean?
And maybe Yamnenge Magatotipa, music manager is saying, I said, psycho yayo,
Exactly.
and then there's a new one. So
Yeah.
it's a tricky one. But it's always a good time, you know, hanging out with you. And
Thank you.
I think
Thank
this is like a full circle moment because
For
I
sure.
remember our conversations, it was mostly over the phone.
Yes.
I've submitted music with your music
yes.
manager, all these interviews, everything just happening over the phone. But you
Yep.
have you in studio.
Yep.
What an honor, man.
I know.
So
and
so
I want to shout out the station because you guys made room for us. It's a Dr. Muzika, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it helps with cloud level of, you know, influence or whatever. But you guys are open to new artists and supporting, and I love that. I appreciate that so much because sometimes all you need is an opportunity.
Come on.
And you guys gave us that, and only a good station does that. So
Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate it.
It is the home of the stars, Julian. You're a
Absolutely,
star.
absolutely.
So this is your home. This is your home.
Yeah, and you are the one of the
Yeah.
most iconic voices in radio too. You
Humbled.
know, shout out to you.
No, thank you so
Amazing.
much. Thank you
Amazing.
so much. Listen, looking forward to more music and you coming back home for shows so that you can perform and we can
Right.
see you.
Yeah,
So shout out to all the promoters that are making you know, things
Thank you,
happen.
thank
Julian, I don't know if you have words that you'd like to share with your fans, people that have, you know, been part of the journey since day one. This is your opportunity before we
Right.
let you go. Yeah.
Well, I'll just want to start off by saying, you know, thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciate you. I love you. I love the support. Music is funny because it's one of those gifts that depend on other people's attention.
Imagine.
You know what I mean? Like in order to flourish, I need your ears,
Yeah.
you know, and you've been giving me that. You've been giving me attention, and I am humbled. And I really, really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Staying relevant while away all this time has been crazy. And to every artist that has worked with me, every collab that has happened, every DJ in the studio who plays me, every kid at home, I know Julian, you know, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and you know, God bless you.
Oh, that
A
was,
message popped.
yeah, a message popped. Yeah, but I have no choice. Someone is asking, is this fine young man taken?
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk taken.
And I'm not about to
You can
put
tell
that
your
kind of journey.
I'm asking for
She's
a
asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Those are like that.
I think I just on the socials. How do we connect with you?
Right, so on the socials, it's Julian King Official. Anyway, if you type Julian King Official, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Julian King Official, that's our tag.
Oh, superstar! Come on.
Thank you so much.
His
Thank
name
you,
is
thank you.
Julian King.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for making time. And next time, Andruya ko America.
Uya. Uya.
Now,
Toto
Sahky
kuosa
joined us.
Hey, aiwanga
Hey,
tenge.
tunakwenda kwa America. We're making a plan.
Apa mavisa entertainment manje hatunetsi kuwana. Nokunondonzi chibache 10 years.
Usada.
Wakatovarero.
Okay.
Nice.
Chancellor information is like
Sakaenda ku states to teach accent.
our drive time star on a Monday.
This is Drive Time Star this week.
It's on everyone's lips. Brace yourself for a month